Welcome back, YouTube. It's me, the Cool Loser, and today's video is going to be on an application called Nova Launcher, but right now you're looking at Google Now Launcher. As you see this is the launcher on the left side. We get whatever Google wants to show us here. You can navigate through inside of it. So I'm just showing you what it looks like in here before I start making a lot of changes. This is my second window, and you can see the icons. I can only make 5 rows by 5. Now if we do group them or move them to the folder, that's what it looks like, and there's the folders. Pretty basic, but it's always been the one that I've liked because of this Google Now feature there. Even though if you don't have a Nexus 6P, you can do any launcher. It doesn't even have to be this Nova Launcher that I'm going to be reviewing for you, but I've been wanting to get back to customizations, and Nova Launcher does perfectly that. Nova Launcher. You download it off the Play Store. Once you download it, it's going to basically just load the new screen. The icons have gotten smaller. Scroll to the left. It is no longer the Google Now setup. Now there's the app drawer. It kind of gives it the look of the Google Now, but you can change this up completely, and that's what I'm going to be showing you here. So it's going to be a fairly long video, but it's going to give you all the inner tweaks of everything that I've done, because a lot of people ask me, how did you do that? How did you get your notifications to be black? I'm going to show you all that. Trust me, you might even have this application, didn't even know it had it. Now the default features are swiping up, and you'll get to the Nova settings, and you can see desktop. You can change the grid. The desktop grid, which means you can add more icons stuck in there. I like to go on 7, and I'll go 6 there, and there we go. I like the layout that you can see where it's gone. Icon layout size, you can make them a little bit bigger. I think I keep them around 110, but we're going to keep it as that. Go back. With padding, none. I leave it there, so that way there's like no padding in the height as well. Persistent search bar, if you want that to be on there or off, you have that on. So now if we go home, this removes this. That's the one that was on there, but this is persistent. Every page you go to, it'll be there. Turn that off, go home, and there we go. It's no longer there if you didn't want it. And you can change the style though if you want it to look like this, that. You can even change the bar color if you would like, so it can be black. Scroll effect. Now you can also have different scroll effects. We can see right there in the screen showing you what it'll look like when you swipe through the pages. Make it look pretty cool, you know. You're definitely making it to your own customization. So we'll do that one right now. Page indicator, if you want one, you can change it to look different or do none. I like to have it none because I bring down my icons pretty low. Add icon to home screen for new applications. Definitely check that. So that's that. So now we go back home, and that's basically where we are. But we're going to go into a lighter wallpaper. So now that's a little bit brighter. You can see what's happening here. So you can see there's one grid. Let's bring some of these apps out just to show you. Bust it out. 5, 6, 7. So now we have 7 rows, and that's really cool. I like that, because now you'll be able to set yourself up for how you want to see it. Something like that, for an example. But let's click on the app drawer now, and we can see this is what it looks like. Kind of plain, simple, but I'm going to definitely switch it up. Swipe up again, and let's go to app widgets, app grid. You can change the grid. I leave it there, it's fine, but you can change it, you know, play around with it. Icon size, you can make it a little bit. I think 110 is like my sweet spot. And then the app drawer style, you want to do swiping up, vertical. I like doing horizontal, or you can do a list. Card background, background and color transparency. I want to do the recent, which is going to be black. Going back, you can set the transparency so it'll look through it just a little bit. Let's press home and look through it, and you will see now we got a darker look to it. Looks better. Now it's not swiping up and not swiping to the right. And then you still have your most recent open applications up there, and you can go through all your apps. But we're still not done there. We can still do a lot more app and widgets. You see frequent use. If you don't want it to pop up, just uncheck that, and then you don't have the frequent use. It's just only your applications. So that way you can clean it up a little bit nicer if that's what you want to do. And then you can go into circle animation, so we can see that's the animation that will pop up the screen. You can do clear swipe. So we'll press done, and now look at it. So now there's like a wipe kind of deal there. So that's kind of cool. And you can also do the scroll effect. So when you're scrolling through your apps, you can see them move around like this. I like doing the cube one. That's like one of my favorites. So when I go into the cube, you can see it get cubey and switch over. So I like that. And you could also put a search bar inside of it in case you don't want to see it out here. you'll have it up in there so you can search the bar. And then pull to search. You can see tab bar, tabs. So if you make a tab, there's a material style, color block, or classic modes. I'll show you that in just a little bit. Menu action icons if you want it to show you the search. And then there's the menu icon when you open up the app and the Play Store button. Instead of having to search for it, you can see it right here. There you go. There's the menu, there's the Play Store, and then the search. And then you can hide your applications. Click into there, you can change it up. And then drawer groups. So there's an apps right there, right? But let's do a new one, and let's say games. And now there's a keep apps in main app tag. Means you can have them all in the apps tab, or make those games move on to your tab here. So I'm going to just make it come over and off of all my apps. Press add. And now there's there. Now if you click into games, you can choose your games. We're going to choose Clash Royale, Pokemon Go, and that's what I have for right now. Press back, and those games are already in there. It's not going to there. You will not see it inside this little apps folder. Now it's going to be inside of the games folder. So if you got all your games, or you got special tools or school applications, you can make dedicated tabs so you can click right into them and know where they're going to be at. Next is the dock. So the dock right here does not move. The sizes are the sizes are almost smaller than the ones on there. Well, they are actually. But we're going to go to the dock. We're going to see dock background. You can change the dock to have a little platform. There's a rectangle around it or an arc. You can put that there. Do the tints. Let's do a black one. That's actually not that black. There we go, black. The transparency, or put even an image if you will like. And then the transparency, let's go to like 43, whatever. Just quickly going through it. Dock pages, if you want to do 3, I mean you can go up to 5, but I do 3. And then dock icons, we want to keep it at 5 is going to be good. Although you could do more up to 7. Icon layout size, I like to bump it up to at least 120. And then you can click on here and go into condense and shadow and change the colors. And then the padding, I always keep it on none. You can play with it. You can find out what it does. Advanced dock as overlay. Remember position. We'll keep it there. So now, once we go back to the dock, look at that. Now our dock has a little platform down there. I'm not a big fan of the platform on the dock, so I'm going to take that off. And there we go. So it's off. So this is not the best wallpaper. Let's change it up. Now the dock. If I scroll left, an empty dock there, and an empty dock there. And you can even remove this and throw it away, and now it's empty, so you have a clean interface. Looks pretty cool. You can change it up, of course. I want to bring the maps here and bring keep here, and you can change the dock to be 7. Remember, you can do more than that, but that's how basically I have it. You can see that. Pretty easy, right? It is time consuming, but you're going to mess with it and you're going to make your phone look really nice to what you want it to be. So yeah, that's the dock. Okay, so now let's go into the folders. Folder line preview. We can look at it as the stack, the grid, or the fan, or the line. I like the grid version, so I'm going to do grid. And then you can see the background color. You can see the circle, end reviews, square, platform. Let's go with this black circle there. Transition circle. So you can see zoom in, or do the circle pop-up. So zoom in or the circle pop-up. Color and transparency, and you can choose it to be more of a dark one. And icon size layout, you can rearrange that as well. Let's just do it around there. And then you can change the sizes of the font and change the colors. So we're going to look at that folder right now, which right there. There we go. See? So it's a lot bigger because I made the icons be pretty big, but now I can't see the font. It is actually black, so you can't see it in there. Go to folders, size and label, change it, go to that color, and then we go play games, play music, play store, and you can keep adding more. So now you got 4 icons on there, and that's what it looks like. But I want to go a little bit more transparent. Sorry. Let's keep it at 20, but select it, and now go and click on it, and there you go, you got a little transparency there. Pretty cool, right? I mean, look how pimped out it's looking compared to what it was before. Now let's go into look and feel, and if you see icon and theme, which means you can download full theme packs off the Play Store. You can choose your icon pack and normalize icon sizes, screen orientation, if you want it to auto rotate, so whenever you turn your screen over, it's going to turn over. Scroll speed, animation speed, app animation, if you want to change that off or change the way animation moves when you're navigating inside the launcher, and then show notification bar. Now this is also a dark icon there. If you click onto it, it'll make all my icons dark. So if I click into it, look at that. Now the status bar is black. You can barely see it, but with bright enough wallpapers, you'll be able to see through it. Of course, it's going to be kind of hard if you have dark wallpapers, but you could always bring it down. Many people ask me, how did you do it? Dark icons for the notification bar. You can see now they're back to bright, but whenever you're in the home screen, it's back to dark. And then we got night mode. Now if you don't want to change everything manually like that and you just want to turn it on like that, just go into the night mode, follow system schedule, auto, custom, or always. So if you click on night mode, you can see the search bar automatically will be darkened, the app drawer, the drawer icon, and the folders. So everything will turn dark. And then when you start using everything, it's kind of like darkened. You can see it's not the same what it was before. If it wasn't already manually themed to what I have it right now, it would turn into this type of look. So since I already manually did them all, I don't need to have these on. That's already here. We can see it's back to how I want it. And then we go to gestures and input. Now home screen preview. How do you want to see your home screen previews? Only on default page. OK Google hot word. So I want it to hear my OK Google hot word. Now there's also a swipe up. So if I swipe up with one finger, I can make it open the app drawer, recent applications, screen lock, Google Now, voice search, toggle the dock. So we can click on that, and swipe down would be toggle the notification bar. So now if I go home, you can see swipe up, it's gone. Like it just vanished, right? Swipe back up, and it's right back. So you can remove those if you didn't want to have it, and then swipe down, we can remove the navigation bar, swipe back down, and you can see that it pops back up. Nifty gestures there. You can set applications as well. There's double tap, so if you want it to screen lock. So if I go home, double tap, you do enable the action. So that's what would happen. You can make it open your camera. Swipe down with two fingers, and that's something that we've been doing right now. So every time we swipe up, we get the Nova settings. Swipe down would be the app drawer with two fingers, but I'm going to change that to be the camera. So I want to go into the app camera. Swiping down with two fingers would be to the camera. There's pinch out, there's rotate, So now swipe down right to the camera. So that's where the gestures go. Now let's go into the unread count badges. Now this is how you'll get notification bubbles coming up on top of your icons, which we'll select there, and you have to install a separate application, or this, it's a plugin. So you have to install Tesla Unread for Nova Launcher. Quick as that, just press open. So now we got Instagram, we got Messenger, we got phone, let's do Discord, OfferUp, Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube. So those few that I have right now is what I'm going to use with. And now let's check that on. Now you can choose where you want them to be, in the bottom, right, left, or you get the idea. That's probably the most common, but I like that one. It's a little bit different. And you can choose it to be a little bit bigger, or small. And you can see the material. There's the hollow, classic, or the custom. And then you can see the border if you want it to be a little bit different colored there. We can choose that. There's the badge. And the text, we can choose it to be black. And the corner radius, if you want to, make it more rounder. That's it now. So now that's going to be the notification look to it. And you can see YouTube already has one little red one right there. And there's the app, so I can just remove it. So now let me bust out Twitter. You can see there's icons right there on Twitter because I have a tweet up there by Marquez. He's uploading his video. And you can see if I would look at it or dismiss it, no longer on there. So it's working. You get notification bubbles because a lot of phones who don't have like Samsung or LG or iPhones, those guys have had notification bubbles for a long time. But Nexus devices do not have that yet. I don't know if it's ever going to be a stock feature, but if you've been wanting that, this is a way to get notified for email, Gmail notification, bubbles. So you know that there's a message there to read. And then we have backup and import settings. Now I did make a backup before with the old version that I had, which is still a version I like, but I basically made it the same thing so I don't need to import. But if you did go to another device or you reset your phone and you made a backup, you need to make a backup. You can save it onto your phone, but if you make a backup and you restore your phone, you're not going to have it. So you're going to choose a place to save it. I'd share it on my Google Drive, or you email it to yourself. Even on a microSD card, you can do that. So you back it up to it. That's pretty much it. Now this is how I just completely, made it a little bit different than what it was before, and I like it better. Let's change the background one more time. And then the last feature I want to show of Nova Launcher, I'm going to swipe up on the app drawer and it moves up and it shows you my Nova settings. So that's something that I want to show you, that you can actually make Play Store app, any app icon, you can swipe up on it and it'll do an action. Like the camera. If I select on the camera, we go into edit, remove, or app info. So if we go to edit, which gives us a swipe action right under it, and you can select there, and you want to say, what do you want it to do? You want it to open up a certain application, certain shortcut. We want it to do an app, which I wanted to open up my photos. So that's the app shortcut, and you can rename it and you can change the icon if you want, but I'm going to keep it there. So now if I swipe up on the camera app, you can see my photos will pop up. Select on the camera, So what I like to do on my apps one, I like to edit, not go to Nova settings, and instead I go Google Now. So that is done. Swipe up, get brought to my Google Now. So just how I have my cards on the left side, I can't go left anymore and get to that because that is exclusive for Google Now launchers. You can't really have that, but I can pop it up and get to it. Nice, I know. So you saw how easy that is. Now this is just one page that I customize. Imagine all the other pages that you can really tweak and customize to your heart's desire. Look at that, that looks really clean, looks cool. And I'm not even completely set up, I'm just showing you a brand new quick setup. So what do you think? Should I keep going? You guys can pretty much leave this video because I'm done showing you what can do. Don't waste any more time, go customize it. If you need to watch my video again to learn how to do it, in case you didn't know where what was what. It's hard for me to talk, but I'm trying to work through it. I'm still sick, but I don't want to not make videos because it's been a while. But I'm going to show you a little bit more customization here. Now what I like to do is bring out my widget. Now Phoenix is a Twitter app and it's going to paste it out here for now. Timeline, yep, the cool loser. And then we have a little widget there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is switch down and go into another page, add a blank one. So the blank one is now here, and I will remove this and put it on the very left side. That is not the home, this is my home. Make sure this is showing you, so when you press home, this is going to be your home page. Your left side is going to be my Twitter stuff and applications that I need to remember to go through instead of having to go through my app drawer. Just have them on the left side here. Now I'm still going to go to the padding. I'm going to take the padding off and let it go full screen. Well, not really full screen, but at least top and bottom. There's the padding. You can see where it'll just go. Now you can make it go to the very bottom if you would like. And then you bring out all the applications you really want to bring out. And I like to put them on the corners here. Customize it to however you like. The reason why I like Phoenix Twitter is basically just for this widget because it's just so easy. I do get into the application itself, but just clicking on here and clicking on that, you can see there it is. I already tweaked the application now, but once I'm done reading about it, swipe out and I'm still at the home screen and I keep swiping and reading. He says you can't sleep. I can do the whole liking, commenting. So that's just a little tweak right there. And the last thing I want to do is show you Tesla unread notification badge thing will notify you all your emails into one folder. So you can't really differentiate if you have 5 emails. It's going to combine them all and you can't tell which one is from. That's why unread badge for Gmail. Now this will allow me to bring out a widget, unread badge, the very last one, because it's you. Choose the cool loser, go next, and you choose your folders, primary, social, promotions, and updates, and press next. Choose your folder icon, and then you'll change display name to the cool loser, press finish, and there we go, 528 emails. and do the same thing for your next email. Cool Loser Tech. Press finish, and there we go. You see 7, and the Gmail one will show like 535, adding the 7 to it. So you get the idea. I like it a lot. It's not fully tweaked to how I like it yet, but you can get the idea of how to do it and how to customize it to make it look like this. That's it for me. This is a long video, and I hope it was instructional, beneficial. If you didn't know, you wanted to do it. I know it took a little while for me to do, but I've been sick and I've been trying to get unsick, and my voice is finally back. I mean, I was coughing. I was dying. Why do you guys care? I'm done. All right, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoy it. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Later.